Everyone, the topic for today is blood grouping. Okay, so we will discuss about the different blood grouping. So mainly we use the ABO type of blood grouping and also the RH blood grouping. There is a type of blood group, B type of blood group, then there is AB type and O type of blood group is there. So all these different types of blood groups, so that comes under the ABO blood grouping. Then we mention about so the blood being A positive and so positive and then negative type of blood, so that is with respect to RH blood grouping. So we will just see how exactly this blood grouping is gonna work in different individuals, like why do we say plus, why do we say A positive blood. Okay, so let me just check if I'm audible. Okay, just a second. All right. Okay, so I hope this is yet to. Yeah, I'm audible. Okay. All right. So here in this now, so let me just continue with this. Okay. So now here, so before I start, let me introduce myself. I am Vani Kari, biology educator at Unacademy. I am an engineer with bachelor's and master's degree in biotechnology and a B.Ed degree. Also a founder of a startup where I grow microgreens by vertical farming technology. So you can join us with join with us in Telegram. So for homework and class related notes, so you can join the channel Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10. Okay, so then Telegram channel, that is Unacademy ICSE and ISC both. So this link you will find in the description box. Okay, so you can click on the link and join the channel for any updates regarding the classes here. All right, so we will be conducting a special classes that are free. Okay, so free special classes we will be conducting, and these are the feature class. So this is with respect to Unacademy platform. So basically all you need to do is download the Unacademy app. Okay, and then so you can select your category, like whether ICSE class 9, 10 you can select, and then so you can choose this particular classes. So you can go to the educator, so you will find the educators list, you can follow them, you can attend their sessions also. So now here in this case, so it is a live real time, so this will be a live class there as well. So it is a real time interaction using the chats and the emojis. Okay, so you can also ask questions using the question tab. So there is a question tab which is available, and you can type in your question. So in among the n number of comments that keep on coming, so this question tab is specially for asking questions, so where your comment or a question is not lost. Okay, so you can use this one, and also you can attach an image there and you can send it to the educator during a live class itself, and they are going to clear your doubts. And also there are polls which we will be giving. Okay, so we will keep a question, so slide will options. Okay, then these options will be there. So poll we will be giving, so like you will be getting it as the answer as ABCD, so you can choose the one which is correct over here. So there we will conduct a quiz in the same way, which we call as a poll war or a quiz also. So this quiz is basically we are giving a continuously, we will be giving a question, so which is going to be a practice for you all. Okay, so we will be taking the board questions which are important from all of these chapters, and then we will be discussing. So this is a poll war, and also we will be sharing the leaderboard. Okay, so that is to know your rank, so you can know your rank. So this is the first rank, second and the third one, so you can know your rank, and you can compete with your friends also with the help of a leaderboard. So this is the feature with respect to Unacademy free special classes. So we have a plus classes also there. So subscription, so if you are going for a plus subscription on Unacademy, so what would be the features there? So you can learn live from the comfort of your home. So there are basically different teachers who are going to take, different educators who will be taking different subjects. So they'll have a different courses, so you will have access to all of those courses if you are taking a plus subscription. So unlimited access to all the courses, that means so there are different educators who are going to take different courses and different batch will be there. So you can go for any of these batches as well. Then top educators of India are going to take, that is Unacademy platform. Okay, so then there is regular doubt clearing session will be done. So after about every 3 sessions, so we will be conducting a one session. So this one session we call it as a doubt clearing. So this is my referral code for a 10% discount on the subscription. And now since you are in class 10 now, so you can try with 3 months of subscription. So if you want to know like how exactly this works, so you can go for 3 months of subscription, or if you are planning on complete 12, maybe you can go with the 24 months. And if you are planning only for now, so you okay. So two types of widely used blood group systems are there. So there is a ABO and RH type of a blood group. Okay. So now here when we mention, so ABO type of blood group when we mention, so let's see the ABO blood grouping. Okay. So I'll explain. Okay, one second. All right. I cannot write now. I'm sitting there actually. I'll write on the other side. Okay, one second. So there is ABO type of blood grouping. Okay, so this is ABO type of blood group. That means, so let's start with the A blood group. Later on we will talk about the positive and negative. So now let's see only the A blood group. So now this is a RBC. Okay, so on the RBC. Okay, so here let's say you will find a. So now this is A type of antigen which is present on the RBC of an individual. So the spherical structure what you find, so this is A type of an antigen. Okay, so now in A blood group, so there is A antigen which is present. Okay, so antigen when we mention, it is actually a chemical compound which is present on the surface of an RBC which can elicit an immune response. Okay, so now here this is an A type of antigen. So this is on RBC. Now the plasma what is there? Okay, so this plasma can have what? There is a antibody B. So there cannot be same type of antigen and antibody. So if both antigen and antibody are present, so same ones, then they can react with each other. So antigen A okay, so antigen A will react with the antigen B. Okay, so if both are getting reacted, so it can lead to destruction of this RBC. So that is why the plasma will have an antibody B. So other case if we are talking now, okay, so let's talk here in the plasma. Okay, so in the plasma there are no antibodies. So if A is there, it can bind with the A antigen and it can destroy the RBC. If B type of antigen is there, that is B antibody, then that can also destroy this type of antigen. So it will lead to a problem. Okay, that means it will lead to destruction of a RBC. That is why both the antibodies are absent in case of AB blood group, because both the antigens are present. So both antigens are present here and here in the plasma BC. Okay, and in case of plasma both the antibodies are absent. So this is with respect to plasma. Okay, so this is of a AB blood group. Okay, so now moving on to O type of a group. Okay, so that is O blood group. So here in case of O blood group, okay, so O is basically a 0. That means RBC is not having any antigens. Okay, so now this is an antigen here. Okay, so there is no antigen, so there is no there is no A type of antigen or a B type. Okay, so on the surface we do not find any antigen, so no antigen. That is why the plasma of this individual, so it will have the antibody A. Okay, so antibody A will be there, and also antibody B, both are there here in case of a plasma. So we can find both both antibodies in the blood group is having this one, that is, so there is this antigen which is present, that is B type of antigen, and the plasma, in the plasma we will find this type of antibody, that is the one which can match perfectly. Now when we mix these two, what can all of these will attack these cells. Okay, and more blood. Okay, so instead of getting a blood, since RBC is getting destructed, so we will lose more blood. Okay, so that is why, so a match has to be done between the blood there. That means, so these antigens are to be matched, so A has to be given with the A itself. Now if we are talking about the O blood group, okay, so O is not having any antigen. Okay, so O is not having any antigen, can be given to B individual also. O blood group can be given to A individual also. That is why we call as a universal donor, AB as a receiver. So here now, okay, so blood group A when we mention, so this is with respect to red blood cell, so this is the RBC. This is the blood group B of RBC. This is blood group AB. You can see here both the type, A type antigen, B type antigen is present, and then there is group O, blood group O. Okay, so that means it is not having the antibodies in plasma. So if A blood group is there, so we will find antibody B. If B blood group is there, we will find both, like antibody A. If both the types of antigens are there, so since they should not destroy themselves, so there are no antigen, and hence here no antigens are present, that is on the surface of O blood group. So both the type of antibodies we can find. Okay, so antigen is A antigen here, B antigen over here in B blood group, AB antigen, and here it is none. Okay, so there are no antigens in case of blood group O. So AB is universal acceptor, and O blood group, what is there? So this is universal donor. Okay, so any doubt till here? So one second, so this is with, so in case of RH grouping, what we done, so RH antigen is present on RBC surface, that is in case of 80% of humans. So now when we mention an individual is positive blood group, so if this RH antigen is present, so we call that individual as a RH positive, and if the individual is not having this RH antigen, then in that case we call this as a RH negative individual. So let's see a blood group here now. Okay, so now this is a RBC. Okay, so this is a RBC, so let's say this is blood group AB. Okay, so that means the A type of antigen is present, B type of antigen is present, and it is AB positive. That means RH antigen is also present, so we will draw RH antigen in a square. Okay, so we can find all of this there. Okay, so three different types of antigens we can find on the surface of a RBC in case of an individual who is AB positive. Okay, now if I am saying A positive only, then they will have this one. So this is the one, this is the one, then this is the one, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. So these type of antigens we can find in case of a positive. Okay, so RH antigen, so let's say we are representing like this, so this is a RH antigen now. So same way B positive when we mention, so this is a foreign object, that means her body will think that there is a foreign object which has come, and the mother will start secreting antibodies against these foreign objects, that is basically the RH ones. Okay, So now what will happen? So this will all occur within a fraction of time. Okay, so antibodies will pass through this one and they'll reach the fetus, you know. So the baby is actually there is no risk for a baby actually, because you know, as the antibodies will pass, only few of them will be passed. This is happening only during the delivery, so only few of them can pass as the foreign objects are passing, that is as the RH antigen is passing here. So antibodies are passing immediately after generation. So in that case, so this particular fetus, so some of, so as the antibodies are passing here, so there is a antigen and antibody reaction which we can see. Okay, so when the antigen and the antibody reaction occurs, so it will destruction of a RBC. Okay, so if this RBC is destructed, what can happen? So that will lead to anemia in this child. Okay, so this first child who is there, so it will not face any you know, serious damage, so mild damage will be there. So that is mild anemia and mild jaundice can be there. Okay, so this can happen, or otherwise it will all be normal. Okay, now with respect to same one, so if we are saying that this the mother is pregnant for the second time. Okay, so let me just erase this and explain here itself, or maybe I can explain it here. Okay, so now this mother who is there, so she is pregnant for the second time. Okay, so now this is for the second pregnancy. All right, so what can happen is, so now she is the same mother, so there is a fetus which is growing inside a womb, and there is a placental connection, and then there is a barrier which is there for the avoiding mixing. So now this mother is RH negative and the fetus is RH positive. So this is during a second pregnancy. As you know that during the first pregnancy, mother was actually unaware about the RH type of antigen, and during the delivery what happened? So mixing of blood occurred. So now this mother has developed the antibodies in her body. Okay, and you know, these antibodies can easily pass through these barriers, and you know, so these antibodies during the second pregnancy, if this child is again positive, so these antibodies will pass through and they will destroy all the RBCs which are present here. Okay, so if all the RBCs are destroyed, so what will happen? It will lead to RBC destruction, and if RBCs are destructed, what will happen? It can lead to stillbirth, that is, it can lead to death of a baby. So that we call as a stillbirth. Okay, so in order to avoid that, so what can be done is, during the first pregnancy itself, a prevention has to be done. Okay, so that is to avoid the death of the second child. So prevention has to be provided. That means during the delivery, like soon after the delivery, anti-RH antibodies should be injected into her body. That means this particular RH positive which enters, this we need to destroy immediately even before the antibodies are formed. Okay, so that is why anti-RH antibodies should be given or injected into her body, so that all the antibodies which we have injected, so that is completely going to destroy this, and this female, the mother who is there, not. So second time the fetus which is growing, so that will be safe. Okay, so this is with respect to erythroblastosis fetalis. Okay, so first pregnancy, RH is mother and a fetus is positive. So blood is separated by the placenta. It will remove the chances of RH antigen exposure to the mother. But during the delivery, what is going to happen? So this RH negative blood of a mother will get exposed to the RH positive fetal blood. So mother is going to develop antibodies from the mother's blood against the antigen. So now during the second pregnancy, what will happen? So all these RH antibodies from blood, so they can lead to the fetal blood, and then they will destroy the RBC, so which can be fatal to the fetus if not treated. So it can result in jaundice as well as a anemia. So this can be a severe. So first one, it will be a milder one. So second one, it can be a severe one if not treated. Okay, so that is why the mother who is having a negative type of blood group, so always she has to get in touch with the consultant, so mainly the doctor or from whom she is taking opinion. So they will always suggest a test for them, and during the delivery always an anti-RH antibodies are given. Okay, so this is given during the delivery so that the prevention of death of a second child can be prevented. So this is anti-RH antibodies. Okay, so can be avoided if anti-RH antibodies are administered to the mother after the first delivery. Okay, so we will see this one. Blood group AB is having no antigen, no antibody, then neither antigen nor antibody, both antigen and antibody. So answer is no antibody here, as there is both the type of antigens can be found. Okay, so that is why the plasma is not having a antibody. So now a person with blood group A requires a blood. Okay, so blood group which can be given, so A can match with A. Okay, and O is universal donor. Answer astosis fetalis when we mention, so this is due to RH incompatibility. So whether this is true or false, yes, this is true. Okay, so it is because of the RH incompatibility itself. Now RH antigen is present on the surface of what? So we always find these antigens with respect to the blood grouping, so it is always on the RBC. So RBC is the answer here, where we can find different types of antigens. Okay, so before I end the session, so let me just say about the Unacademy Prodigy. Okay, so Unacademy presents Prodigy for class 7 to 12 learners, so you can win scholarships and prizes while testing your knowledge in mental ability. So this is actually an aptitude test. Okay, so you can take up this aptitude test, so you can enroll now for free. So this is there on 13th of Feb. So we are all done with this one. So tomorrow 13th of Feb, so you can take up the test at 12. Okay, one second. Okay, so at 12 noon, all right, I'll choose the pen, just a second. Okay, so at 12 noon, that is 12 p.m, you can take up this test. Okay, and so this is the timing for class 9 to 10. So 12 noon, that is 12 p.m, so this is the fourth test, this is the last one. Okay, so you can just click on the link which you will find in the description box and enroll for this one. So exciting rewards in every test. So is the test on 29th of January and 13th of Feb. So specimen question paper, you can join in for this session as well, that is at 5:15 p.m. Okay, so I'm solving one at 5:15 p.m. tomorrow, a special class on Unacademy platform. So I'll just tell you how to go for this one. So all you need to do is download the Unacademy Learners app. So I'll just inform. Okay, so 5:15 p.m. my special class is there on the sample question paper. Okay, so we are also conducting a one-shot revision, so you will have access to this one as it is a special one. That means it is a free class. Okay, so you will have access to these as well. So we are also conducting a poll war, so I am conducting it on biology. So poll war, where you can practice the important questions for your final exams. And so we are also coming, so tomorrow again at 11 a.m, so we are conducting a session that is on preparation strategy, time management, and also there is answer writing hacks which we are going to discuss in this session to help you crack your finals as well. Okay, so download the Unacademy app now and try all of these features for free. Okay, so this is my referral code Vani YT. Okay, so what you can do is download the Unacademy Learner app and click on get started. Okay, so then you can enter your mobile, you can also enter your mail ID. So then you can choose your class, so you can